are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So there's some bad news today. I've had to move this Saturday's show, Easter Saturday, to next Saturday. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. It wasn't my fault. The fucking producer has fucked up the rooms. He's booked me in a room that is way too fucking big. It's huge. I've done the venue before, and you need at least 100 people in there for it to work, and there's not 100 people coming tomorrow night. There's much less than 100 people coming tomorrow night, so I can do the smaller crowds in the smaller room. That's fine. That's easy. I can do it, but I can't do a fucking small crowd in a stadium. It's fucking ridiculous. It's just not gonna work. I've been doing comedy long enough to know if it's gonna work or not, and it's fucking not gonna work. If I thought there's even a possibility it would work, like even fucking 20% possibility, I would still do the fucking show, but it's just not going to. So those of you who can just come the following Saturday, you can just transfer your ticket to the following Saturday. Those of you who can't come at all, I'm fucking sorry. But you've waited a fair while to see me already, and I want to give you a show that is going to work. This is not going to work. It's not going to be worth money seeing it in this room. It's almost like doing it in a theater and only the front row is turning up. Like there would be more staff than crowd. So it's not going to work, and I don't want people coming out to see me fucking eat shit. Just in an echoey fucking room. So I'm fucking sorry about the inconvenience. I know a few of you can't make it to the following Saturday, but I'm just not having you all come out to see me and do a show that's not going to work. The next Saturday, that's going to be a bumper. If you can get to that, that'll be fucking good, because now that's going to be a pretty decent crowd. We can all have a little bit of fun next Saturday. I know a few of you are fucking pissed, but it's out of my hands. I'm actually pretty fucking disappointed because I was frothing to do the show again, get out and see you again, and now I just have to do some shitty gigs around town this Saturday night. So yeah, that's what it is. It is what it fucking is. But the following Saturday, we'll have a fucking good one. Yeah, we'll have a fucking party. We'll have a party out there. Anyway, now I'm in Melbourne doing fucking nothing, really. Eating pizza and fucking pho. There's a pizza joint around the corner, and I swear to God, it has to be the best dirty fucking pizza I've ever had in my entire life. It's just so good. Every morning I'm staying here, I fucking wake up thinking about this goddamn pizza, and it takes every fucking scrap of willpower not to go down there at 9 a.m. and just hang out. It doesn't open till 11, but I just want to stand out there from 9 a.m. and just fucking, as soon as those fucking doors open, just go, give me the lot, baby. Give me a family-sized pizza with the lot. A fucking fat family too. Not a little skinny fucking Chinese family. I mean like fucking, what's a fat state in the US? Give me a fucking Alabama family. Are they fat out there, or are they all skinny like Forrest Gump? I have to say, I hadn't really noticed the difference until I came back, but fucking food in Melbourne is much better than Sydney. Pretty much everything. I'm talking about shit food, not restaurants. I don't really go to restaurants. I'm talking about food that comes like wrapped in some sort of paper or cardboard or something like that. All the fucking shit. It's hard to go wrong here with a souvlaki, a fucking pizza, some fucking Vietnamese noodles. It's all pretty fucking good, but this goddamn fucking pizza, I don't know what the fuck they're doing in there, because you wouldn't expect it to be a good pizza, because the dude who owns the joint is like a Muslim dude, and the dude making the pizzas a fucking African dude. He looks Somalian or something. He looks like Izzy Ali. So you've got fucking someone from Saudi Arabia with someone from Somalia in there just making some magic Italian fucking pizza with ham. There's fucking ham all over the shop. That doesn't make sense either. Because the Muslim dude's wife, she's wearing the hijab, so definitely Muslim. But honestly, I don't want to ask too many fucking questions, because whatever they're fucking doing in there, they need to do more of it. I don't even know the name of the place to recommend it, but fucking get down there. Anyway, it's fucking Friday. It's that time of the week again. It's time for Fucked Up Friday. If you have a fucking banger of a story that you would like read out on this podcast, immortalized forever on the greatest fucking daily 5-minute alcohol quitting podcast of all time, send it in to my website, boylecomedy.com. There's a place where you can fucking put your story. Fucked Up Friday. If you want to skip the line, if you want to get your story read out a little bit quicker, but more importantly, support the podcast, support the boy Al. Join the Patreon. It's a pint a month or an acid tab a month if you're in fucking Europe. The links to the Patreon are also on my website. I'll just fucking run you through the address again. That's boylecomedy.com. So go there, support the podcast, do all that shit. Anyway, let's move on to this week's Fucked Up Friday. So this week's story was sent in by my man out there in the US of A. He hasn't said remain anonymous, so I'm just going to say his name, fucking Matty Shriver. The Shrive Dog. So yeah, let's see what the fucking Shrive has to say. So for my 21st birthday, me and a group of about 10 to 15 friends planned to take a trip to South Beach, Miami. Miami on the beach when the heat is up all night on it. That's Will Smith, isn't it? Welcome to Miami. Miami's a pretty cool place. That's where I took 2 oxys and almost died. So one of my best friends had graduated college and moved to Cleveland, Ohio. Wild thing. Ding, 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 ding. You make my heart sing. Do you know what that's a reference to? Fucking Charlie Sheen, Major League, Wild Thing. Anyway, he moved to Cleveland, Ohio, where he started a tree company that took off and was now pretty fucking financially loaded. He had about 2 or 3 months off in the winter where he couldn't work because of the snow, so he decided to rent a place in South Beach for January and February since he could easily afford it. Also, my birthday is at the end of January. Happy birthday for January, mates. So when he drove down at the beginning of January, he stopped in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is about halfway between Cleveland and Miami. And also where we went to college to pick up all our group's drugs for the trip since we were flying there. So in total, this guy drove for about 12 hours to South Florida with probably about 4 ounces of weed, an ounce of coke, about 25 pills of Molly and ecstasy, and some shrooms. I never understood why you needed the weed for the party. Like at best, the weed is for the end of the party, isn't it? I feel like weed stops you from doing stupid things. So he goes, he's a fucking great guy, this guy. He picks me up from the airport and we get after it immediately. About the 3rd or 4th night, I'm fucked up walking the docks of South Beach with some chick and decided it'd be a good idea to sneak on one of the yachts people were partying on. I really want to fuck this girl, so I take her on a tour of this yacht and end up in one of the bedrooms below deck. Just when we're stripping off our clothes, about to fuck, all we hear is the roar of these yacht engines starting. At this point, it's full panic mode, but it's too late to get off the boat and we're both borderline blackouts, so we're just like, fuck it. Guess we're going wherever they are. Luckily, the boat doesn't go too far and we end up probably a mile away in the harbour at this hangout spot. And I emerge from below deck to see who the fuck's yacht I'm on. I start asking around and some dude comes up to me and asks me, who the fuck are you? And I replied, who the fuck are you? Hey, who the fuck are you, cunt? You basically kidnapped me. You're lucky I don't call the fucking police. That's the only way you can play it. You kidnapped me. You just lean into it. Who are you? And what are you doing on my uncle's boat? Just confuse him. Your uncle's? What? What the fuck? So the dude comes up to him and he's like, who the fuck are you? And he proceeds to tell me he's the owner of the yacht. I explain to him my story and he's somewhat okay with it. And we end up pounding quite a few beers together and talking. That's a sweet rich cunt. Turns out this guy is one of Kobe Bryant's ex-agents who works for the LA Lakers. After railing about 3 or 4 gator lines in a row. What's a gator line? Is that like a huge line, like a alligator's tail because you're in Florida and they have like gators and shit? Have I worked that out? So after doing 3 or 4 gator lines in a row in the bathroom, I come out and am somewhat competent now. I start trying to convince this guy to let our whole group that I came with to come on the boat. after some serious convincing and promising there would be more girls than guys, and that the girls in our group were crazy and hot, which they are. And he says this in brackets, in a good way, like flashing tits, fucking around, boozing, drugs, etc. Yeah, we got some real whores with us, in a good way. That's always a good way. He says we can join on the yacht tomorrow for the day. So we get on the boat and everyone's there. They have servers, a fuckload of hot chicks with fake titties, etc. What's the etc. there? He said they have servers and a fuckload of hot chicks with fake tits, etc. Just fill in the fucking gaps between the servers and the strippers. And it's a fucking blast. After about 3 or 4 hours, though, I realized that every time I go to take a piss, I keep seeing these girls below deck that aren't partying up on the top deck with us. And I put 2 and 2 together that they're hookers and are basically taking turns with all the rich old fucks that are on the yacht with us. See, all that shit never fucking attracted me. Not that I was ever anywhere near anything like this, but it fucking grosses me out a little bit. The only way I'd be on this fucking yacht is if I was one of the servers. So as we're getting after it with a fuckload of naked Latina chicks and all our friends, I asked my friend to come take some lines with me, and we go in one of the bedrooms. We pass this guy that we've been seeing around but haven't talked to, walk out of the bedroom, and it's empty, so we go in after he leaves. We then set up about 6 lines and split them because we're absolutely blind at this point. Just as we start taking them, we hear a knock on the door. We ignore it at first, but it persists, and eventually someone starts yelling to open up. Since we have no business even being on the yacht in the first place, we start panicking, and my friend goes to answer the door as I'm trying to vacuum up about 4 massive lines all by myself. He opens the door, and it's the same guy that walked out before, and he looks pissed as fuck. To this day, I don't know why he was so nice, but he just said, "Get the fuck out, this is my room, and don't you ever fucking dare do that shit again in here." We walk out in shame and head back up to the top deck. On our way back up, my friend goes, "Wow, that was definitely a close one." And I said, "Yeah, it was." He then proceeds to tell me that the guy was a fucking DEA agent he had just talked to earlier that day when we had just started drinking. So not only did he voluntarily bring us into that guy's room, but also thought that preserving a few lines on that table was worth getting put in jail for a few decades, and didn't even tell me to wipe them off the table as he answered the fucking door. Yeah, your friend's fucking retarded. Anyway, we got away with it and had a fucking blast for the rest of the day with the hookers, friends, and a hell of a lot of booze and cocaine on a yacht, and was definitely a hell of a 21st birthday trip. America, the fucking land of opportunity. Thank you for sending in that story. It made me want to go to Miami and go on a yacht and start banging hookers and doing cocaine. That's what that story made me want to do. Thanks for sending it in, Shrive Dog. That'll do for tonight. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you the fuck later.